yourself eating 9 to 13 servings of fruits, vegetables, and berries? Almost no one does, and even the best eaters need help. And that's why we're so thankful for the nutritional support of Juice Plus. And when I heard about Juice Plus several years ago, my husband and I were searching for health solutions. We'd lost several people to diseases that were largely preventable. And my own health was in crisis I had a malignant melanoma and I was borderline osteoporosis. So I heard that a friend of mine had gotten healthier using nutrition, and I actually wondered if it was juicing because I tried it and it was a mess. And I wanted to figure out how she did it without the cost, the mess, the waste, and the work of juicing. But when she pulled out a compact pill holder and showed me capsules filled with concentrated fruit and vegetable powders, I was like, what? Sign me up. And I informed my husband that he needed it too, and I said, just hand me your credit card. So the Juice Plus capsules, shakes, and the vegan omegas, and even the Tower Garden growing system for us have provided simple, amazing solutions. And since using these whole food products, I've gotten the best sleep I've had in years. My skin and nails are healthier than they've ever been. I've gained regularity for the first time in my life. And my cholesterol level, cardiovascular system, even my eyesight has improved. And my bone density, above all else, improved from borderline osteoporosis to normal ranges with 1 year of consistent eating of Juice Plus. So I'm wondering what health goals you have for yourself and your loved ones. This group here is here to offer solutions, education, and support through your journey. When I started eating the Juice Plus, I trusted my friend who shared it with me. However, it is backed by science. And Sandy, my friend, is going to tell you about the science behind Juice Plus. Sandy?
Okay, sorry. Yeah, so first I'll tell you what Juice Plus is. Juice Plus is over 30 raw, vine-ripened whole foods. It's non-GMO, it's NSF certified to be free from contaminants, and we call it a salad in a capsule. Here's how it works. First, the fruits, veggies, and berries are picked at peak ripeness, and this is really important because most of the nutrients in produce develop in the last 48 to 72 hours of ripening. So the produce we buy at the store has to be picked long before it's ripe and doesn't have near the nutrient content of the produce in Juice Plus. The produce is then ground up using the entire whole food, peels, leaves, seeds, whenever possible. This is important because those parts of the food contain a lot of nutrients. In an orange, for example, up to 80% of the vitamin C is found in the peel. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm not into eating orange peels. This mixture is then gently dried at low temperatures, keeping all the enzymes active, and it's put into capsules and chewables. One of the things I love about Juice Plus is the research. It's scientifically proven. It is the most researched nutritional product in the world. Just ask Siri, she'll tell you. It has at least 38, I think this year, by the end of this year, there's going to be 40 studies, and they are published in peer-reviewed medical journals. And you guys, some of these are done by the top researchers in their field in the world. And they're published in some of the premier medical journals. It's awesome. And there is no other company that has that kind of research on a nutritional product. Juice Plus is food. It's not a vitamin. It has a food label. It's a nutrition facts label, just like a bag of apples or carrots. It's not a supplement label. It also has no warning label, which I love. It's safe for people of all ages, including pregnant and nursing mothers, medically fragile people. It's even certified for professional athletes. And there are no contraindications with any medications. That's totally amazing. And now we have a plant-based omega blend too. This Juice Plus company found a way to skip the middle fish and go straight to the source of omega-3, the algae. This has not only omega-3, but it has all of the omegas, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9, and all from plants. Even the capsule shell is from plants. We have a whole food protein shake called Complete. It's vegan, gluten-free, high fiber, and has a low glycemic load, which is super important in blood sugar levels. The glycemic load is about 15 on a scale of 0 to 100. So it does keep your blood sugar level, gives you level energy. It's great for a quick breakfast. I have it almost every day for breakfast. Post-workout recovery, healthy snack. Comes in chocolate and vanilla, and you can throw fruit in the blender with it. The last time I made a chocolate one, I did raspberry and some cherry stuff and the chocolate, and it's amazing. And there are also complete bars for really delicious on-the-go nutrition. And we have an amazing way to grow your own produce called the Tower Garden. It's an aeroponic, hydroponic, vertical growing system developed by Tim Blank, who was the chief horticulturalist at Epcot Center. Tower Garden produce is more nutritious than produce grown by traditional gardening. It grows faster, and it only uses 10% of the water and the space. And you can grow year-round with the grow lights, even here in Ohio. So somebody had another story, I think, right, about something that Juice Plus has done for them. Let's hear your experience.
Well, that might be me. And what I love about Juice Plus is the affordability. And I was counting today because I'm in this Facebook party. And the question was, how many fruits and vegetables have you eaten today? And so knowing that I'm focused, I can tell you probably 5. So there's no way to flood your body with fruits and vegetables on your own. So my story actually began 14 years ago, this month, last week, when I flunked my mammogram. And I thought I ate healthy. I was a crunchy granola mom, made our own bread, did the food co-op thing, and we didn't eat bologna on white bread. But nobody told me about the power of fruits and vegetables. And so a friend told me about Juice Plus. I went to a little wellness presentation at her house, and it made sense, and the research made sense. And I was a little desperate at the time, and it was the one thing I could do where I could have control over what I put in my mouth. And I knew I wasn't going to have control when I was subjected to chemo and radiation. And so it gave me hope. Juice Plus truly became my hope in a capsule. And I just said, well, everybody in my family needs to take this. I didn't need somebody else's experience for it. I just knew from the research it was something we needed to do. And my oncologist told me I needed to eat 10 to 13 fresh raw fruits and vegetables a day, not a week. And I showed her the bottles, and she said, great, that will fill in the nutritional gap for you. And I was really grateful for that, because when you're in that stage of discerning what you're going to do after you've had this diagnosis, when your doctor says go for it, it just gives you a lot of peace of mind. So that's how I got started on the product. And I said, if you buy enough of this stuff, can you get a discount? And the answer was yes. And so I can tell you kind of the rest of that story a little bit later, but I am really, really grateful. And one thing I've learned in life is that if I know of something that's good for me, then it must be good for somebody else. And I was a little hesitant, I'll be really honest. I didn't want to share it with anybody, but they apparently saw something was going on with me besides chemo and radiation, and wanted to know about it. And so then I had no choice, but I needed to share it with other people. So here I am 14 years later, 70 years old, with a business I could retire into instead of out of. That's my story. So do you want to do a little bit of the business information, Sandy? I love your story about how you got started.
Sure. Well, a little bit about the company. The Juice Plus company is amazing. It's a lot more than just a product. It's a community of like-minded people on a mission to offer hope and health for everyone. And I love this company. In fact, the fact that Ron Blue, a Christian financial planner, I already had read his book and really trusted his advice. The fact that he had thoroughly checked it out and gave it 2 thumbs up and said, this is a very ethical company, business plan, great. And I went, okay, cool. So I can trust this. But the more I looked into it, I just loved it. The company was formed nearly 50 years ago by President and founder Jay Martin, who is still at the helm today. is privately held and debt-free. And not only do they inspire healthy living, but they inspire healthy giving as well. Juice Plus Company has improved the health of over 1 million families with free Juice Plus for kids through the Family Health Study. They are the title sponsor of the St. Jude Memphis Marathon weekend, and they have raised millions for St. Jude's. And they're also highly involved in the Boys and Girls Club and Volunteers of America. So this is one of the reasons why I really wanted to tell others about Juice Plus, because I love the company and the product. But really, it was because of my son, Joey. He was out of school for neurological development, and Carolyn worked at the school. And she had a wellness presentation. Joey at the time was having seizures once per second, day and night, in his brain. Not clinical. He was seizing all the time that you could see, but his brain was having electrical shocks. And it was like wading through mud sometimes to get him to think. And we heard about Juice Plus. Long story short, we put him on Juice Plus, and we saw such a difference in just a few weeks. But me being the skeptic that I am, I said, nah, it can't be. But after 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, we saw the light bulbs start coming on, and we were getting our son back. And it was amazing, that healing. And I just went, okay, if it's going to do this kind of healing in a child with a damaged brain, it's going to do that kind of healing in the rest of us too. So I called Carolyn and I said, is there a way I can get this at a better price? Because I really want to put my whole family on this. And, I need some help doing that. And she said, sure. So we met together. She showed me the marketing plan. And I said, I don't know. I mean, mind you, 5 kids. I was homeschooling them. One with learning disabilities, one with cognitive disabilities, special needs, seizures. I didn't need another thing to do. But I took it home, and my husband looked at it. He said, I think you should do it. I went, you do? Are you kidding? He said, no, if something works, you tell everybody. You may as well get paid for it. And he was right. But the more I looked into the company, the product, the research, I was just like, I cannot not tell people about this. So that's why I decided to partner with the Juice Plus company.
Thanks, Sandy. I always love your story. And so for me, my husband kind of said the same thing. And when we looked at the marketing plan and saw that there was a full healthcare benefit package, when you reach the highest leadership position in the company, that was attractive. I was always the insurance guru. Starting with no intention of ever breathing a word about Juice Plus to anybody, I went to my first conference and my light bulb went off, and I saw women standing in front of 6,000 people sharing their hearts with what Juice Plus had done for their family, their family's health, but also for their financial stability. And I was kind of at a crossroads. I'd finished chemo and all that stuff. And I was like, well, my nest is empty. What am I going to do with the rest of my life anyway? And Rick said, Carolyn, I think you'd be nuts not to pursue this because you have a helper's heart. You're always telling people about things, and people respect you and trust you. And I think you should go for it. So we just became intentional about that. And 4 years ago, 2015, we did reach that highest leadership position in the company. And, it wasn't just the benefit package, which, by the way, is health insurance, life insurance, dental, vision, disability, all of it. Tuition plan for you if you want to take classes or send kids to college. It wasn't that. That was a big deal. But I wanted to have a platform to be able to tell my story and live my life out loud. And so when I walked that stage, my turn, it was such a culmination of all that had happened in our life to kind of tie it up in a neat little bow and be thankful. And so I think what I really wanted to do in my life was leave a legacy. And Juice Plus has given me the opportunity to do that. And along the way, these lovely people have joined us. And, 14 years ago, we started with 3 trios in our household. And today we're affecting the lives of 800 people. And those are not my customers.
And you know, when you have somebody who introduces you to other people as the lady who saved his life, that's got to feel good.
Yeah, it does feel good. So that's what Joey says about me. So we kind of have become a family to one another. We love doing this call because we get to hang out together. None of us live next door to each other. Deb and Nancy live in Coshocton, and Sandy lives in Sydney, and I live in Bethel Township, Tip City, Ohio. And Maria lives in Springfield. So this is a way for us to connect and be together and be a part of the Juice Plus family. So I'm just going to say thank you to all of you for joining us. And then Nancy is a nurse anesthetist, and she always we call her Nurse Nancy, and she always has Nancy's nugget at the end of our call. So I'm going to let you do that, Nancy, and then we'll close.
Okay. Well, thank you, Carolyn. And I think that just kind of sums up why we're all here tonight on this call. Busy schedules, everyone, you know, has to make the effort to be available to do this, but it's that partnership, and the company supports that same kind of philosophy of everything it does, from, you know, the individual product to the team to the company and its outreach. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about sustainability tonight. It's not really a medical focus to the nugget, but it just complements what this company does for the greater good, and that overall impacts health in so many areas. And the amount of people out there in the world today that are suffering from nutritional deficiencies and malnutrition is just huge, and it's only going to get worse. We're growing by the billions in the next 50 years of population, and the amount of farmland is only going down. And so the company takes great pride in steps to be out there making sure these local farmers, these neighbors basically, that have handed down through the generations of farming or even just getting started, to be able to be there in the future and to meet the needs that the company needs for all of us. And it took them 10 years of research, for instance, for the omegas, to find a sustainable source of omegas that you heard Sandy talk about, I believe, on the product. And that is huge because, you know, the fish industry is greatly affected by this omega craze, and they waste and discard so many fish, and the contamination process and all that. So this company really does have our back, whether you're looking at the product or if you're looking at something maybe further for a financial, or if you're just looking for a community that outreaches to those less fortunate and want to just back your time with something you can trust. So that's where I'm at on that, and I'll turn it back over to Carolyn.
Yeah, thank you. So I think we've really just covered the whole gamut, if you will. Some people are going to listen to this and go, oh my gosh, I need to get started on Juice Plus right away. You know, the great thing about it is they designed it so it would never cost more than a cup of coffee a day. And I think that's just a brilliant thing. Even the Tower Garden is designed that way. And so, you know, kids can get it free. That makes it even less. And I just think it's the most affordable, sustainable way to get good nutrition into your body. Some people need to earn a little extra income, and it's residual. I have customers today that I had 14 years ago. My very first customers have never missed a shipment or a payment. The Freedom Revolution, which kind of what this is about, it gives parents financial peace of mind to choose mom and dad care if they want to instead of daycare. There are many professional people who have chosen to build a sideline business. They may love what they do, but they want to have something they can have when they want to walk away from that. College kids, they can build a business and help pay for school and books, and it's a whole lot better than flipping burgers. and empty nesters can increase their retirement options. So it's, it's just an opportunity for anybody. And what we hope is that if any of this that you've heard tonight makes any sense at all, maybe you've thought of somebody that we could share this message with. And we do this every third Tuesday of the month. And we invite you to come back. And we also do a call like this that can be to an individual and group, like people that are your friends or whatever, and we'd be glad to do that. So I'm going to stop the recording. Thank you so much for joining us. And then we